but it exists.
There's this phenomenon called light.
Ray, I know you don't
There's
go
this
outside,
white
but come on,
splotch on his face. I don't know what it is.
It's it is not, in fact, my camera giving out on me. It's the sun streaming upon my face.
Yeah,
Oh, now the
sunlight.
sun's streaming. Okay.
The sun,
It
yes.
might be.
The
Check
sun
if it
is
is.
streaming. Anyway, howdy folks, EJ here, welcome to Paladins D&D. 30 minutes late, exactly. Wow, my phone just beeped at me. I don't know why, it just decided to.
Boo.
We need some kind of elevator music while he's explaining.
Explaining what?
Do 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 do.
Yeah,
What's that
Denise, would you
elevator
like to
music?
explain why you're late? No, I'm kidding. So yay, I am excited for things to happen. In our last exciting episode of Paladins D&D, Dejargo was told by Genos of great seals that were originally constructed to contain the darkness and keep it from ever breaking out, but one of the seals has now been broken, the one that was entrusted to the Resistance and was held at Ascension Peak. That seal has now been broken. 2 seals supposedly remain, one entrusted to the Magistrate somewhere, and one entrusted to the Warders, Dragon Tamers. And theoretically, those are still in place to keep the darkness at bay, even though apparently part of it has escaped and it is attempting to regain its full power. Meanwhile, Kite, after many sleepless nights, was finally making a breakthrough with his potion experimentation and alchemical work that he was always working on. He found a book entitled, let me pull out my notes real quick because I was doing Paladins and put away my computer for a second. He finally found a book that would help him in developing a potion that would make someone resistant to control or like possession kind of thing, charm effects, as he read in the Resistance Library and found a book called Alchemical Musings on the Body and the Mind as One Interconnected System, written by Torvald. And in reading this, he discovered a breakthrough that made him think to do something he hadn't previously done before, by combining several ingredients that are quite rare and hard to get, and he doesn't have very many of, along with the extract of a root of the elderflower, which is something that grows in his hometown. He was able to concoct this potion that he thinks will work. He hasn't tested it yet, of course, but he thinks he's got a potion now that will allow someone to resist the effects of being possessed or charmed for a full day. He only has 1 dose, though, and he has used up the last of his elderflower, so he'd have to return home, perhaps, to get some more. Luckily, it's not too uncommon. It just only grows in his hometown. Finally, we have Sake and Eritrea. Sake was unwittingly accepting a deal with the devil and apparently releasing a demon upon the world. What that will have effects on, no one knows yet. And Eritrea escaped from the Magistrate once and for all and brought with her a chihuahua and a glowing moon sword and a bug, a
There's 2
scarab
me's.
beetle. Speaking of which, where did you put the scarab beetle and what is the name of your dog?
The name of my dog is Alanon, and I guess I wear the scarab beetle. I don't know. Might as
Okay,
well.
so it's pinned on you somewhere?
Sure.
Okie dokie. And
Oh
with
boy.
that, we are going to pick up where we left off. Eritrea, Kite, Dejargo, and Sake all made it back to the Paladin space at around the same time. We left off with Sake, Dejargo, and Kite walking to the Crystal Tavern to give Drogos and Saphira a moment alone at Malthus's grave while they decided to go catch up. And then, as they were walking across the hub, hey Joey Devil, welcome to the stream. Eritrea walked up across the shattered stones that were once the door to the Resistance base and said, "Hey, did you
Hey,
miss me?"
everybody. You missed me?
And that's where we'll pick up.
Ghost! Sorry.
Did you just say ghost?
Yes, I did.
I couldn't even hear what you said.
I thought he said gasp, but that's better.
This is why we need face cams, guys.
Sorry, I wanted to be in pajamas.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Do whatever you need to. Now, Shroomy didn't give an
Self-care
excuse, though.
What did you say?
I said
He
Shroomy
didn't want to
give an
become
excuse,
the
though.
attractive.
You're
Oh,
attractive,
There was
Shroomy.
one.
Listen, I got all this hair I gotta work with now.
I have hair too, but before I go balding.
Mood.
Anyway, so Kite just like staggers backward and goes, "Ghost!" What do the rest of you guys do?
I think Sake kind of like faints.
Not the welcoming, you know, not the welcome party that I expected, I'm gonna be honest.
And Dejargo's just staring
Oh.
in the ditch. Stay dead. Cracks knuckles.
Oh, the dead should stay dead. Did you not understand?
This is gonna be a good session. So there are a
Hi.
couple other random NPCs standing around being guards to the base or whatever, and they kind of look over and they kind of recognize you as being someone who should be there, so they're not like freaking out, but they don't realize quite the like, oh, this person was dead and now they're back. They don't realize, they don't seem to react to that whole situation. They're just like, what's going on?
I'd like to say, snarkily. So, did you bring Malthus back with you?
Oh!
Oh, ouch.
I think we'd have to get more into the specifics of what happened, for, you know, you guys to get the full understanding, you know, without feigning or screaming ghost. But no, Malthius unfortunately didn't come back with
Fair enough. So, how's the afterlife? Is it warm in the summer?
me.
It's actually
No.
November right now.
It was awful. It was the worst thing I have ever experienced, and I don't know how I'm here, but I am. And you guys aren't second guessing that. You're just okay with me just standing here in front of you. I don't know what I was expecting by coming home,
I mean, I
but
did faint.
yeah, but Dejargo's just right here, and he's fine, you know.
I'm not actually saying this because I'm fainted, but yeah,
So you're just actually unconscious right now.
yeah. I just passed back out.
Oh.
Fair enough. Okay.
I should try to wake him up. I'm gonna try to wake him up. Sake, I have alcohol.
Where?
Speaking of, I could really use a drink after, you know, the past few weeks.
Where were you all this time?
Well, when I came back, I was in the magistrate castle. I got arrested. That was fun. I broke out of jail. That was also fun. I got a dog.
That's fun.
Say hi, Eleanor.
Running around her ankles. After a
And
moment,
yeah,
it runs up and sniffs Kite. Their
Oh
feet.
gosh.
Brethren.
The little brother.
It's like Kai understands dog, and the little dog has a big gruff voice, brother.
Hug me, brother. If I have any left, I think I might have like at least one left. I'll give one of my remaining beers to Eritrea because she said she wanted some kind of
Nice.
alcohol.
Alcohol.
Yeah, you have more than a few left over after your 6-pack, or like buying 2 6-packs.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys were heading to the beer heading to
The
the
beer.
tavern.
Well,
Heading to the beer.
You're welcome to continue that direction if you'd like to get like more drinks for everyone.
I'm
party
sure
all
you
meets
guys
up in
have
the
a lot
tavern.
of questions, so if we want to go to the tavern or something, that might be a good idea.
Follow me.
All right, cool.
So the 4 of you begin making your way to the tavern, I assume, unless anyone has severe objections with going to the tavern.
Objection. Oh.
The four of you make your way down the halls to the tavern, with Sake leading you at a very speedy pace, faster than he usually walks. And he comes around the corner to the Crystal Tavern right next to DiGiorno's Pizza, and you see
Yeah.
the same kind of tenants that were in the bar earlier, Sake. Pretty much most of the same people, because it hasn't been that long since you had your weird time-stopping phenomenon happen. And there are a couple new faces, and a couple faces have left, but it's generally the same crowd. But you also see Harvey the haggling half-orc, a little half-orc in a white suit, sitting dejectedly in the corner as well, drinking a tall mug of ale. And that's pretty much it. The bartender's still sitting there, cleaning out a glass, just kind of not paying attention. But there are a couple tables open for you guys.
I want to sit down in a booth.
Yeet.
You sit down in
I don't know if I can sit in a booth. It's not big enough for me.
True.
I say yes. Anything.
These are all size-inclusive booths.
Zargo kind of squeezes his large belly in there and moves the whole table just a little bit, so it's a slight incline. But he manages to wedge himself in there. Whether he'll be able to get out is another story. And there's a faint, like, calming green glow coming from the crystal lanterns on the walls.
Nice.
It's a nice, cozy atmosphere. Glasses clinking. People having a good time. What would y'all like to talk about?
Having a good time.
If anything. You have a lot to catch each other up on as far as like important information, what happened.
I would like to know the story of how Eritrea is back.
Ghost!
How do we have a ghost here?
Go!
Wow. All right, so, well, I died, so there was that. I found myself in what I presume was the afterlife. I was trapped in a cage. I couldn't say anything. It was like one of those awful dreams where you can't do anything but scream, and that barely even comes out. I did see Malthius. He was in the cage next to me, and he too couldn't talk. He just screamed, and everyone was screaming. He looked like he was in pain. And then just all of a sudden, this creature came out of nowhere, broke the cage, and I plummeted to what looked like our land, kind of, but it wasn't. It was different. And there was this thing, and it was chasing me, and I saw this glow, and I ran towards the glow, and eventually, after, dodging some monsters and that sort of thing, I was able to touch it, and it brought me back, I guess.
Where's this glowy thing?
Well, I told you guys I got arrested. So I kind of lost everything that I had in my bag, including the crystal, which it turned out to be. The general, or whatever his name is, Korn. You guys remember him, right?
Wasn't he supposed to be dead?
He is very much alive. I spoke to him myself. I came up with this whole story that I was there to repair things, but they didn't buy it, obviously. They ended up going through my bag. They took that crystal, and they also took my bow and something else. Didn't they take something else? Am I crazy?
Light.
Oh.
Well, they took your
took
whole
my
bag
bow.
of stuff, but
Yeah.
you got back a bunch of it afterward.
They took a bunch of my stuff, including, Genesis Light, my bow, and I spent the last couple of weeks just, doing some odd jobs here and there, getting some stuff back. It's just been Al-Anon and I, until I decided it was time to come back here and see what had been up with you guys. So, what's been up with you guys?
Y'all are quiet.
I mean, I know I'm a ghost, but I could use that,
I don't
conversation
trust
would
this
Am I
good.
really here?
Thinking.
Hello?
I mean, I'm not a ghost anymore. I'm here. I mean,
You
Have
could-
I
Hi.
been drinking too much with sake? I think I'm hallucinating.
Sake will kind of just like
You
poke
did
her
get 1 hour
shoulder
of
just
sleep
to make
last
sure
night.
she's real.
That is true.
Did you hear me, EJ?
You said you're gonna poke her, Trey, and see if she's real?
Yeah, I'm gonna poke her shoulders to make sure she's real.
She's real. You poke her.
Okay.
do you believe me now?
Sure.
Look, I don't understand this any more than you guys do, but I'm back, and it must be for a reason, right?
Well, there is still that giant mess we gotta take care of.
Exactly. So, what's been going on with that?
It's been destroying things left and right.
Nice.
You know, the usual.
And you guys don't have a plan, or
Don't look at me. I just came back from Ascension Peak.
I just came back from the afterlife, so I think
she
I
trumps
got you
just
beat a little bit, just a little. I expected to come back. You know, I've got my supplies. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go and fight or do what we need to do. And you guys are just sitting here drinking.
I mean, that's kind of my thing.
I pick up some alcohol and drink.
Are we just gonna continue drinking?
So, do you guys know anything? Anything new that I wouldn't know?
I don't know, but I have figured out how to make a potion to sort of prevent. What's it? Mind control? That was mind control, right?
Pretty
Okay,
much.
yes. I have figured out I'm going to call it the anti-darkness thingy potion. Okay.
Okay.
TM.
And, it will.
You need to work on your
Well,
branding a little bit, but
Listen, it's in testing. Trademark.
Yeah.
So it'll protect us from the darkness?
Hopefully. I have not tried it yet.
Okay, well, how much do you have?
1 dose. I don't have enough ingredients to make another.
Okay. What are the odds that it'll work?
90%.
Okay, 90%. I was gonna ask if I should roll a d20.
I think you
Oh,
already
no.
did one of the last sessions.
No, we're gonna roll when it happens.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
We're gonna roll a
I hate
d10.
that. I hate that.
Well, if we're going to do anything to try and, combat against it, if we could have more of those, that would be ideal.
You know what? We should try it on. We should try it on those dastardly people that we keep on fighting.
Very,
Oh,
very specific.
After one,
Darn.
after one drink.
You
You know,
my
for a
friend
big,
are a
for a
lightweight.
big guy, you're a little bit of a lightweight.
Well, I've never drank in my entire life. This is my first time drinking since I got
Oh.
here.
You've actually drunk a couple times over the course of the campaign, but sure, yeah. By the way,
Well,
there's a
was it-
waitress coming by and like handing you guys drinks as you're going. That's where
I would
your
like to
drink came from.
order a pup cup for Al-Anon.
Uh, we
I
don't
don't know if
serve
alcohol's
alcohol
good.
to dogs here. You,
No, we just
I don't-
it's supposed to be a cup of whipped cream. You guys don't have whipped cream?
For dogs?
we'll see what we can do. And then she leaves.
Thank you.
I've never
God,
heard of a
service
pup cup.
around here.
Yeah, I've never heard that either.
Yeah, you've never seen one of those videos where people go to like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and they get pup cups
I haven't.
for their
but
puppies.
that sounds cute.
I've heard of pup cups, but I've
Pup
never
cups.
seen it with like whipped cream.
Yeah,
Are you like
yeah.
holding Al-Anon in your arms, or is he like running around on the ground?
I feel like he's like on my lap.
Cute.
It's my little buddy.
Anyway, sorry for derailing.
So if we could get more of those potions, that might be ideal.
Does Jargo suggested
What?
that you try them out on the magistrate?
Not true.
Do you
What is
think
it that I
maybe
need
we
to
should
make
go
them?
out? What's that?
Elderflower.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
Inspiring.
Elderflower. Is that what it was called?
Yep, the root of the elderflower. Is what you
Should I
need.
track if I have these ingredients or not?
You don't have any more of that right now. That's what
Well, I mean, like in general, like what the ingredients I have.
Well, I
to
haven't
make
given you any
potions.
other like details of other ingredients at this point. So for
That
now,
is true.
don't worry about it. We can talk more off stream if we
All
want
right.
to. I wasn't exactly gonna make like a full like Minecraft potion brewing type of system if I didn't have to.
Well, now,
But now that you've called me out, maybe I'll have to.
Get out of here.
All right, let me just add the fermented spider eyes.
Well, I was gonna suggest that we split up and find the ingredients, but I'm guessing we don't know the ingredients all the way.
Well, currently the one that Kite's low on is the elderflower. That's the only one he's actually out of.
Which, yes, I just need to get back to my hometown to grab more, and then I can make some more potions.
Okay, how far is it?
I have no clue. I forget it.
What was the question?
How far is his hometown from where we are?
Let me actually check the map.
This is one of the things he prepped for.
Yes.
Oh,
It is
dang
one
it,
of the
we gotta
things
do
I
something
prepped
else.
for.
We gotta do something else, guys. We
What?
gotta do
Gotta
something
do
else.
something else.
Alright, we're changing plans.
Oh no.
Let's go back to the magistrate and get my stuff.
Yeah.
I agree.
I would like have NPCs walk in and like interrupt you or whatever to like relieve you of this incredibly awkward conversation, but I don't want to like lead you on to any specific thing. Okay, so Kite's Town is to the northeast of where you guys are, about the same distance as Ascension Peak. So it's not
Should we use
not
those-
terribly.
The tree path stuff. The tree paths. Is that what they're called?
What about the tree paths?
What are they? Just like hidden paths? You know how we use the
Oh,
hidden tree?
Yeah, the secret passages.
Yes, those things.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of the word secret?
What about?
Because it's a secret.
Okay, true.
What was the question about them?
Are we able to use like a path to get to my hometown faster that way? Then
The tree does have like a lot of the major towns on it. Like, you know, the tree has names of towns when you get to the branches. It has a lot of the major towns and even some minor ones. So your town is probably on there. Only problem is the door has now been shattered into a billion pieces.
oh,
Thanks,
that do
Dragos.
be a yikes. Oh, he used that door. Oh, I thought this
Yes,
went
that's the
through
door
like a
that he-
main
that's-
doorway or something.
Yeah, it
in the
was a main
base.
doorway. That's pretty much the main way in and out of the
Oh.
base.
Oh, okay. I did not realize that. That do be a yikes. Oh, we should probably tell Eritrea this. By the way, Drogos is here.
Drogos.
Yes.
Malthus is daddy.
Father.
Yes, that one.
Oh. How did he take everything?
I don't think well. He's
At this
currently
moment, you
at
hear
Malthus's
a loud
home.
and like the sounds of fire kind of blasting in the distance.
I'm guessing
Oh.
not well.
Yeah.
Honestly, not well.
Seems not too well, huh?
You
Well,
should go
that's
say
to
hi
be-
to him.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I don't think-
Hi, I'm the girl who died, as well as your son, but I came back and he didn't. Sounds like a great idea to me.
What could go wrong? Sounds perfectly illogical to me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to avoid that for now. Not my expertise. But if we do want to head back to Kite's hometown and get some of this elder flower or whatever it is, that is something I will gladly accompany someone on, or all of you on.
I got nothing better to do.
Same.
Should we
all
wait
this
until
alcohol.
you are a little bit more sobered up?
What's the fun in that?
He's never sober.
I'm just saying, if Dejarko passes out,
Oh.
I'm not carrying him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's a lightweight.
Oh, you're talking about this show? Okay.
Who's sitting next to me?
It's like a heavyweight then,
Who's
because I
sitting-
have not gotten tipsy at all.
Mhm.
Who's
I think
sitting
it'd be
next to
funny
me?
If Height was sitting next to you. That'd be very
No,
funny.
I'm good. I do not wish to be crushed.
Maybe he's just on his own side of the booth and we're all on the other.
That could be a possibility.
Because Kite and Eritrea are like relatively tiny. Eritrea's not tiny, but she's short and small.
So I think Bijago has his whole booth.
Yeah.
His whole side of the
He's
booth.
So
got
I
your own
just
side.
slump over finally.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Vulture Walla Man, do you have a wake up potion for this giant behemoth?
Oh.
Would throwing a healing potion make him non-tipsy? No, right?
No, not a regular healing potion. You do have
All
those
right.
crowd
Would
control
an acid
clearing
potion
things.
wake him up?
A what?
Probably.
Maybe for a few seconds, and then he goes back to
Gonna
sleep
use
for the
that. I'm
rest of his
actually gonna
life.
use it. I have an antitoxins potion. Does that count?
Well, that's the. Is that the same thing as the crowd control clearing?
I have it labeled here as antitoxins.
I
don't
guess
know.
I would call alcohol overdose as a toxin. Sure.
I mean, alcohol
I'd
is
say so.
technically poison to the body.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying sure. If
All
you-
right, I am taking one of these and I'm pouring it down his mouth.
No, don't show Sake that you could just have infinite alcohol by eliminating it and then drinking more.
Eric, cover Sake's eyes for me real quick.
Okay, got you.
So, Deshargo, you are vaguely
What's
aware
going on?
of like some raspberry
The lights
flavored
went
liquid
out.
kind of flowing down your throat, and you just kind of like come back to awareness, and you feel mostly sobered up. Still a bit tipsy, but a lot more sober than you were a moment ago.
Woman, why aren't you letting me view anything?
It's not me. It's the lights are out. Oh, wow! Look, they're back. Man, it's nice and bright in
Whoa.
here.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's crazy. Here's more alcohol, Sake. Forget what you just witnessed.
Whoa. That was scary.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I'm
it
not
was
gonna
scary.
lie. I started losing my stuff when Kayla said the lights went out.
At around this moment, you hear some familiar footsteps walking in of a small, short, weighty kind of person as he's
The
taking
leprechaun.
short strides into this room. And as you look to the entrance, you see Varric Firebeard walking into the room carrying 2 glasses of water, as though he's looking for someone. And he kind of locks eyes with you guys, and he goes, "Ah, hello, you 4. I've been looking for you. Actually, I meant to talk to you all earlier, but then I had to go to Ice Haven, and I think I actually arrived back before I left because time travel shenanigans. I don't know. Anyway, I have another assignment for you all." And he puts the glasses of water on the table for a moment.
Did he not know that I was dead? How was he
He
looking
does
for
not
me?
appear to be reacting to that fact at all, or the fact that Deshargo retired.
Wow.
Or the fact that Sake is a new recruit that's basically just a useless drunk that wandered into the base. He just seems to not care. There's
Hey,
4
hey, hey,
people that he had 4 people when he started. He's just ready for the next thing, apparently.
So what do you want, Barrick?
Well, the next stage of my plan calls for your all assistance if you're ready for your next assignment. Obviously, the magistrate is a big old problem, and we need to eliminate Grand Magister Karn, if we can, to undermine their leadership and scatter their forces.
I've got a question for you, Barrick, since you're Mr.
Yes, of course.
Know-It-All. How in the world is the Grand Master back? We saw him get eaten.
Yes, well, I've talked about this before, quite a couple times, I believe. He's a very powerful sorcerer. He has ways of coming back and overcoming death. So killing him just once is not exactly. That's why I was telling Moji. He glances across the bar, but Moji's not around. I was telling Moji that wouldn't work, but she went ahead and did that anyway. I guess it bought us some time, but we need to take out his backup plans first, his alternate means of survival, before we can officially take him out for good. And that's what I need your help with.
What is this? Perry Rotter and the magical stone?
Yes. How did you know my favorite book series? That's a guilty pleasure of mine. See, there's a bunch of things that we could do to like undermine the magistrate and eliminate their hold on, I need to look at my notes for a moment. And he pulls out his very long scroll of paper, and it's just got Barrack's plan written at the top of it. And you see that the first 2 lines are resist the magistrate, step 2, profit. And then below that there's a bunch more bullet points, like in varying details, like down to insane levels of detail, unfortunately, like a long outline. And I was trying to find one word, but I've got so many notes here. I can't
every
find
single bullet point on that piece of paper.
Oh no, that's our entire.
You want to like
today.
try to look over his shoulder while he's
Exactly.
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
Roll me perception. I've got the plan here. I have way too many notes here. It's crazy.
Uh-oh. This do not be good.
No.
I need to see if I need to add something to this. Alright, I got a 7 total.
You catch the faintest glimpse. You see like plan number 1, or like part number 1 of the plan, bullet point B at number II, because it's got like the IIs at the end, and it's like cut supply lines of the magistrate forces or something, but you don't catch much more than that. It's just kind of a blur as he's wiggling it around, trying to squint at the very tiny like micro pen Barrack had to write this long scroll of notes.
Kind of hoping to get a nat 20 to force EJ to make like 1,000 bullet points. To read.
I've got a bunch of them.
What?
I have.
He's prepared.
I've got too much, man. I had 15 different like potential things that you could have chosen to done. I didn't know what you were gonna do, and I'm not ready because I have too many notes and they're all disorganized at this point. But anyway, so he's like, yes, we have to find a way to overcome his gosh, I really had like a couple words that I wanted to say, and I'm fixated on saying that specific word for no reason. It's really not essential, but I'm like, I need to find that one word. I can't remember it anymore. Oh well.
I feel this on a spiritual level.
I do too.
Except that's like Sake trying to find consciousness.
Yes. No, I mean I actually feel that. Like I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, we need to take out his backup plans before we can take him out himself. Otherwise, he'll just keep coming back no matter how many times we kill him. And that is one part of my plan to take out the magistrate and resist them once and for all. Then we can finally restore peace and justice to the realm. So, are you all in? Are you ready to do this plan?
Well, we would be, but we're currently on our way to the Chihuahua's house to find the Elder's
I am
berries.
not a Chihuahua.
So
It seems
we
you
do
have. Are you talking about that Chihuahua? And he points to Eritrea's lap.
No,
No,
not
the bigger one.
Al-Anon.
Oh, I see.
Can I just whack Sake in the head with like an empty bottle or something?
And crack it over his
Are
We
you okay
do
there?
have
He pats
other-
Sake on the back.
We do have other priorities, though, I do believe.
Other obligations, but I thought I was hiring you to go do these things, and after you, I mean, we've already wasted enough time as it is, talking to Atlas and getting information about that. That didn't turn out leading anywhere. So
Getting killed.
I would. Well, you got killed. You got killed. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
Are you-
apologize for wasting time
are you
here,
guys
but
seeing...
I would like to take the proper precautions to
She's
have that
real
not
Irish
happen
poker,
again.
don't
Don't touch me!
he tries poking you as well, but I guess Sake stops
Can I
him.
swat his hand out of the way?
I think Sake already was like grabbing him
Okay.
and stopping him.
The Sake's like, no, I already did that. I can tell you.
I'm the poker around here.
Oh, okay. He kind of takes out his little spectacles and examines you, and he's like, "This is quite bizarre. Are you a powerful sorcerer too, by any chance?"
Possibly.
I
I mean, you can call me that any day that you want, sir.
I might have some to learn from you. So how? It's not
I have
often
to
that
tell
you
the
hear Barrack
story
asking
again.
how. But
Okay, so
I'm
I
asking
died. I
how.
went to the afterlife. I was in a cage. I could go. Ah! The monster came, broke me out of the cage. I plummeted back to the quote unquote Earth, I guess, but it wasn't Earth. And then I saw a glowy thing, and then I ran to it, and I grabbed it, and I came back. And then I had to escape the magistrate, which I did
Oh.
pretty well after I got arrested. But
Now
you
it
know,
makes
is what
perfect
it is.
sense.
I spoke to General Karn. Karn?
You've seen
Whatever his
Grand
name is.
Magister Karn?
Yeah, I pretended to be a good buddy of his. It was fun.
He strokes his big beard for a second. Well,
I've had
my spies have been
fun.
searching for him for weeks now. This is exactly what we needed. Please tell me everything you know. He sits down like beside Sake and like intently looks at. Wait, hold on. I guess Sake is on the same side as you. He sits beside Tishargo on like as close as he can.
Like 1 inch
God.
of room.
He's got like
It's
half
like
a
he
butt
has
cheek
this
on the seat.
Same thing.
Well, this is actually good information to tell. He's collecting crystals. He
Crystals?
he took mine.
Well, yes,
he
that's
took...
the whole reason for the war.
Yeah, but it was for some reason. I forget what it is. Something about like power and yeah.
Do you remember reminder?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Karn kind of led on that he was, or the crystals that you brought him, the one from Tyra and the one from Cassie's crossbow, they were part of a special crystal, like a particularly powerful crystal. Apparently, this was a big crystal that was broken into pieces and distributed to members of the Resistance, and he has a couple more pieces of these already. So combined with the ones that you just gave him, he said he was able to like track, or he might be able to track the other pieces of the crystals. And you were like, oh, what are you going to do with the big crystal once you get it? And he was like, well, that's less of a concern as finding the people who have those crystals, because they are probably members of the Resistance that I've been trying to crush. And that's about all he told you.
So basically, he got these crystals. Supposedly they're a part of this other bigger crystal, and he now might be able to find the rest a lot easier, and he, I guess, wants to put this whole crystal together, but before he can do that, he obviously has to find who possesses the other portions of this crystal. I think there were like 8 pieces or something. And he's hoping that whoever else has the pieces is a part of the Resistance, so he can, and I quote, crush them.
That was a good impression.
The
The heart of the moon. That is
Heart
what you
of
speak
the
of.
moon.
It is a crystal that I discovered in my studies when I was working for the magistrate. Very large and very powerful crystal. They were planning to use it for a very powerful weapon. It could have devastated the realm. Very bad thing. That's one of the reasons that I was driven to leave the magistrate, and I stole that crystal. It was more powerful than any other crystal that the realm has ever seen. So I took it when I left the magistrate, and I was the one who decided it was too powerful to be kept in one piece. So I broke it into pieces and distributed the powerful crystals to Resistance members and helped implement them into various items that could aid them in their quests and turn an already extraordinary warrior into a legendary fighter using the power of these crystals. I don't know how he could be tracking the other pieces. That's some advanced magic stuff. But it gives me an idea. If he can track us, maybe we can do the same to him. How many pieces did you say he has?
Well, he got 2 from me, and he claimed to have a couple of more, so... If I were to guess, maybe at least half.
This is troubling but interesting information. So he might know the location of our base now, if he's tracking the crystals that you have. He gestures to some of the Paladin items in your packs, because some of you guys have items that probably contain these crystals, although all of them might not. So it is likely he knows the location of our base now, but I chose this base specifically because it is a place Karn will not easily visit. It's not good that he knows the location of our base. Even though I've leaked it before, that was more to lead Fernando here. I didn't exactly intend for them to, find the true location of the base and, cause all kinds of chaos. That's probably pretty bad. But I'll mobilize the next stage of our plans, and we should be good to, get things going before that becomes too big of a problem. Yes. But I do think that this is a good idea. We can try to track Grand Magister Karn using the crystals that he has, same way that he's trying to track us. I don't know how to develop that, but give me 37 minutes and 12 seconds and I could probably whip something up with my massive technological brain.
Why specifically that number?
It's just an estimation, just rough. It may be a few more seconds or a few less.
Right.
Very well.
I was the one, the author, the architect of this technological revolution with the crystals. I know them better than anyone. I just don't know the magic side of it as well as I know the technology side.
I see.
Yes, anyway. So this is good news. I mean, interesting news. It changes things, news. But it still does not change the fact that I need someone either on the inside of the magistrate to discover the backup plans that Grand Magister Karn has in place so that we can eliminate them bit by bit and remove all of his, the word is right there, it keeps escaping. So we can eliminate them and make him a mortal man. We could use a man on the inside, and he just kind of notices Meh off in the corner of the bar. Someone with a familiar face who could communicate back to us.
What about Eritrea?
Fine.
She said she's his new best friend now.
That's not what I said. I said I got arrested and I escaped. So, familiar face that I do have, but not one that's going to have me in very good light there.
I am giddy about all the possibilities this brings. Is there any more information you have about the situation? Did he tell you anything else, or did you tell him anything else? That could be
No,
bad.
I claimed to just be a random person, but I do think he was onto me a little bit. I just played dumb, however.
Is it possible you were followed here to the secret passage entrance to this place? Because the actual entrance has been blocked off for a long time. We're deep underneath a mountain. But the secret passage entrances that go across the realm, if you follow you to one of those, that could be a problem.
I very much doubt it. I escaped weeks ago, and no one saw me or followed me as I escaped, and I've been just hanging out in the town as of recently, so...
So in that case, we've got ourselves some time. Grand Magister Karn will either have to drill his way through this mountain to get to us, or find another way to, get to us. But we'll see how things go. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, though.
Of course.
This changes my plan, and he pulls out his tiny, tiny little pen, clicks it twice, and starts writing in his tiny little scroll once again.
What did you call that crystal again?
The Heart of the Moon. It is...
Does it have anything to do with Io?
Yes, that it does. Well spotted. Large elephant man. What's your name again? I always forget. I'm sorry.
I am DeJargo.
It's
Okay.
DiGiorno.
Pizza.
DeJargo!
DiGiorno pizza.
I'm getting mixed signals here. Which one is it?
It's DeJargo.
Okay.
Oh my.
What did you say, Kai?
Ignore me. I said pizza.
His name is Pizza.
I know you've been called DiGiorno before, but your name is DeJargo, right?
Yes.
Okay, I can't even
Pizza.
remember why I was talking to you anymore. What were we talking about? I
was talking about.
forgot.
I was talking about Io's crystal.
Yes.
I remember my master talking about going to talk to the goddess of the moon.
Yes, okay. So, in my studies of the crystals, what I've been able to surmise is that when the moon was shattered, when it exploded into many pieces that fell to Earth, I believe that instance, that event, was the cause of these crystals to be here as well. They contain, or are powered by, the goddess herself, the power in these crystals comes from the goddess. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that happened, or if it hurts the goddess when we use these crystals, but all I know is the same event that brought these shards of the moon that the darkness was in also brought the shards of crystal that are scattered all across the realm and can be used for all sorts of various purposes. And this heart of the moon is a very powerful crystal. It glowed with a brighter blue light than ever. I think it was just charged with more of the moon's power, and well, maybe it actually was her heart. I don't know. That the heart of the moon thing was just a name I came up with because it like pulsed, like a heartbeat. I don't know. So, yes, I do believe that the power in these crystals all across the realm, all of them, comes from the goddess herself. Though how that relates or anything, I'm not exactly sure. But, yeah, I know some, not all, of course. I'm not, unfortunately, as wise as your master. You should have asked him. You said you were.
Well, I
there,
didn't
right?
know you had this crystal with you.
I don't have it with me. Well, I have a piece of it. And he pulls out his, like, pet turret thing that he's used in combat before. Huh. I have a piece of the heart, but not the whole
I
thing.
didn't know you had a piece.
Well, of course
I
I
just
have a
thought they
piece.
were normal crystals.
Well, there are normal crystals, but there's also the really powerful ones. And I passed some of those out to my allies. Like you. You have one.
I do?
You have two, I think, actually.
Which items were they?
Are you asking that in character?
Out of character.
Okay, well, you don't know out of character.
Okay, so,
No.
I start dumping everything in my bag on the table.
Why do you have all of this? That's so many useless... whatever. I guess it's better to have more things than not enough. And he kind of, like, sifts through your other random items until he gets to the paladin items again. Ah, yes. And he lifts up the giant, like, chain and the anchor of Makoa. And he goes, "This is one of them. I helped to forge this for Makoa. He wanted something that could drag his allies closer, or drag his enemies closer to them so he could bonk them real good. So there's a crystal hidden in the inside of this giant stone hook. Here. And supposedly, I've heard these crystals are supposed to give you good luck and, you know, help you
Well,
with,
so
like,
much for good
healing
luck.
and magic and I don't know, something. Just the aura around them is supposedly helpful as well, but I haven't had much experience with that. Apparently, it's not enough to, like, overcome the randomness of the D&D gods. I mean, what?
Bring
But
it
Random
before
is that is
fall.
paladin bugs.
theoretically, these crystals are supposed to give you an edge as well, just having them near you.
I see.
Anyway, the other item that is powered by one of these heart crystals, and he holds up your book from Talus, is this. Talus's book, the one called
I
Truth.
still haven't figured out what this thing does.
This book? Well, it's basically just got a crystal embedded in the pages, and when you read the book for an hour, it lets you be really good at something once. So it like teaches you how to be really cool, but only one time, and then that's it. And then you got to read it again for another hour before it works again. I don't know why I made this item. Talus just kind of was like, "Hey, when you make my item, can you make it really useless?" So I was like, "Well, this is the best I could do." That might have been a little too harsh. Sorry. He's a
fair
nice kid,
enough.
though. Is he still a kid, given that he's, like, over 50 now? He still acts like a kid. Scoutren are weird. They age strangely. Anyway, yes, those are the two items that you have that are powered by the heart of the moon. You do have other items, yes, but they're not powered by the crystal, the really powerful one, unfortunately. And the rest of you have items too, right? Sake, you have Grover's axe, and Kite, you have the Buck alarm clock. Once again, he made an odd request. I fulfilled it to the best of my ability. As far as the other pieces of the crystal, they're scattered across the realm. Other people have them. Like, I believe your cousin still has one, Pip. Kite, I believe your cousin Pip still has one in his potion launcher.
Danger.
He's not exactly working with the resistance right now, but he has his launcher still. So hopefully Karn is not tracking him and putting him in danger as a result of this, well, magical tracking thing. Hopefully he hasn't worked that out yet, but we'll see. We'll plan as though he has. Just to be smart, of course.
Is one of those crystals inside of the bathroom?
The bathroom? Oh, the cosmic
Yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah, the cosmic bathroom.
I don't believe so. I don't have a way to track these crystals, gotta be honest. So, someone who went in there might have had a crystal. Hey, Charlie! And he, like, yells out to the bartender. Charlie's like, yeah? How many people are currently trapped in the cosmic bathroom? I think 13 was the last count. Why, are we finally doing something about that? No, but we're just talking about it. Was anyone in there who was, like, remotely important or had magical gear or something? I don't think I should answer this question. I just help them at some point, okay? Well, that wasn't very helpful.
Gotta give Barrick a motive to help this poor
Dang. Well, perhaps if we get the... I don't want to assemble all these crystals together again, because, like I said, it was a very, very powerful crystal. If we get them all together, who knows what kind of power we could unleash, and if it falls into the wrong hands, well, the magistrate could use it for devastating effect.
But
I
we
suppose
also could use it.
I like the way
Well,
you
what
think.
if we do it first?
We could. We could. Times are desperate.
Exactly, and we need to get rid of this magistrate as soon as possible.
I agree with you on that. Very well. I am okay with the idea of assembling these crystals again. But first, I need 37 and a half-ish minutes to try to find out a way to track these
That's
crystals.
what you said 37 and a half minutes ago.
Oh, come on. We've been talking this whole time. I know that an elephant never forgets something like this, but I am a little more preoccupied with many things to do, so I sometimes have to prioritize. Speaking of prioritizing, I still think it would be prudent for us to have, well, a man on the inside to investigate the... I still can't remember the word. The plan
Okay.
that Magister Khan has for coming back to life, so that we can neutralize them one by one. And that would be, you know, one of our many multi-pronged plans. I suppose if we can do that, that's one thing I could maybe have someone else do. If you guys want to go, and you said you wanted to go to Pip's home anyway?
I just thought of something.
Yes.
What
did you think of?
I just thought of something. What do you guys think of this? Since we have 13 people stuck in the bathroom, why don't we get Magister Karn stuck there as well?
Well, it's a tempting idea. However, in the same way that Grand Magister Karn is powerful enough of a sorcerer to avoid death, I think he would probably be able to break out of this bathroom. Especially since it wasn't exactly designed to be a trap. It just kind of malfunctioned and happened to end up that way. So,
but think about it this way. If he breaks out, then he breaks everyone out as well.
Unless he kills them all first, of course. I just gotta be realistic in my thinking here.
But what if we do it anyways?
Exactly.
Well, do you want
And we'll
your
have
friend
all the more
Cassiopeia?
reason.
Do you want your friend Cassiopeia to die?
Oh, I don't think he'd kill a little girl.
Fair enough. Maybe.
It's an option for the future, but as you said, I think we should probably get going to Kite's hometown if we want to make those potions. So we're
Very
back
well.
in time to help you with this whole crystal escapade.
I am willing to allow this change of my plans. Let me retrieve
Plus,
my
I mean,
pen
the
from
gang
underneath
just
the
got
table.
back together.
Do
Come
you
on,
need
we
another
gotta do
37 and a
something.
half minutes?
You don't need to separate yourselves. You can all go together on either quest you decide to pursue. Let me just see if I can rework our
Or I
schedule
guess we
real
could
quick.
split up if we wanted to.
Or we could have
The
gotten
DM is giving me a strong inclination that I would not like to do that, but you can do whatever you want.
Man,
We
that
just
sounds
got
like a
everyone
good
together.
idea for us to split up. What do you guys think?
Oh no.
As long as I'm
Nice.
not with the drunk, then I'm good to go.
The
Hey,
DM just prioritized like time rewinding and magical, wave handing in order to get the party together to value gameplay more than logic entirely being continuity. But yeah, that's fine. If you want to split the party again, it's all up to you. I actually don't care. You can do whatever you want. I'm just being goofy.
What are our thoughts?
I would like the whole gang to be together.
I would like the whole game. I can't speak. Okay.
I would like the whole game.
The whole game. Can we have the whole game now?
Man, you
We
guys
don't
are no
get that-
fun.
That's for the next.
Imagine
expansion.
that Imagine that we're in like this fake world and there's someone controlling us and how much we could mess with him, you know, if we split up the party. But I guess we can keep it together.
Oh no.
Oh, she is chaos.
I agree with that. I'm gonna down a push it of acid.
Oh.
So Kite dies.
Oh.
His inspiration point is never used.
Exactly.
Oh dear. Okay.
Gotta keep it that way.
I really need to organize my notes. I've got like so many things that I have that are necessary to like keep in mind, but the problem is I've got other things that aren't important to keep in mind in between, so I keep having to like scroll up and down and up and down. I can't find things in the heat of the moment. Organization is essential. Big brain.
Exactly.
So, if that is what your plan is, I'm willing to allow it. I will, of course, pay you for your efforts once you get back. In the meantime, I will be preparing for the, the resistance of the magistrate. We need to move to phase 3. Preferably as soon as possible at this point. We might even need to find a new base if things are going really wrong. But I'll let you know once you get back. So,
Sounds good.
do you have all the supplies that you will need for your journey?
I think I'm prepared. What about you guys?
Think I'm good.
I start packing everything back into my backpack.
I really don't
What are
think
we
you need
doing?
that many toothpicks, DeJargo. I don't know why you're keeping them.
Hey, have you seen
And
my
the
big
rocks.
elephant teeth?
Why do you have so many rocks in the bottom of your bag? It's just dust.
Hey,
at this
rocks
point.
are useful for drowning. I mean,
Drown? How?
What?
I've never
Wait.
thought of it like that. It's a
Nani?
good idea.
Wait, you're drowning
They're in
someone with
your
a rock?
bag. What if we have to swim?
That is a good point. He's got enough
Oh, I
blubber
see.
to counteract it, I think.
All right. Well, it looks like Kite, you're going home.
Well, I think
Thank
it was all of
goodness.
you, but all right. I'll be here
Well,
undermining the
Where
power of
it's
the
not
magistrate.
my home. So,
undermining the power of the man.
do we want to do that like squad thing where we all put our hands in and then we're go team?
I'm good.
I thought you were gonna say like the like there's an explosion behind us as we put on sunglasses as we're walking out. I don't know why.
At this moment,
Or that.
Drogos actually walks into the room. I'm not even kidding. And there's fire like blasting out of his nostrils, and he kind of stomps towards
Oh.
the table, and he's like, "Hello."
Hi, Drogos. How you doing?
I kind of avoid eye
Feeling any
contact with
better?
him.
I'm a little peeved, gonna be honest. Why is it that I'm hearing Amaltheus was this great warrior? Why is everyone telling me this?
They're trying to make you feel better about your son. Oh, and say hello to Eritrea. I motion towards her.
Oh my god.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
The whole reason I was so distant from my son was because I was a great warrior, blasting cities to ruin and, you know, conquering any enemy that stood before me, whereas he wanted to be a mama's boy and be a pacifist and not hurt anyone and try to save lives and, you know, not cause the chaos that I was causing. That's what drove the wedge between us for so many years.
Well,
So
he
now
did
that
a lot
I'm
of
hearing,
that.
now that I'm hearing he was a great warrior from everyone I talked to, it's a little disconcerting, wouldn't you agree?
Not every warrior has to use your methods. And don't get me wrong, I use your methods all the time, but I guess people have different styles. And in their eyes, he was a great warrior.
Sorry.
There's a phone going off.
Did you guys hear that noise?
It's nothing as I pop on medicated.
Is that Sky's alt run?
It's hard.
Turns off his alarm clock.
It's hard to
Time's
accept
ticking.
that I've heard. It's like
So
my
you're
whole-
jealous of your own son.
No,
Oh my.
I'm annoyed that he became what he told me not to be.
A great warrior or a person who saved lives?
You're gonna get killed. I'm gonna be honest. You're
Sake
dead.
is glad he's sitting on the opposite table on side of the booth.
I'm glad
Sake
to.
lean.
Yeah, Sake lead out of here.
I just am. And Saphira's walked into the room too at this point, and she's just like, he's just hurting because I don't know, he's had
You're
a-
mourning. It's understandable. You
Yeah.
lost
exactly.
someone close to you.
Well, in the heat of this moment, might I break things up by saying, Drogos, I have a mission for you as well. You what? Ah, yes. In order to distract the magistrate and cause as much chaos as possible, I would love for you to track down one of the magistrate facilities where they develop their weapons and, you know, create important devices that they can use in the formation of their, you know, supplies and weapons. So if you could just go cause some chaos and blow things up, that would help us out tremendously. I don't want to answer this question right now. Well, it'd only take a second, really. You could get there pretty fast with a jetpack.
So Barrick's dead.
The room is not being read by Barry.
I am not in the mood to blow things up for once. Just torch the ceiling, apparently. Can I... he just turns and starts walking out of the tavern. And Saphira's just standing there like... Sorry about him. We actually have a lot in common. We both didn't get to see Malthius as much as we wanted to. We both can't see our kids right now due to accentuating circumstances, and we both probably need therapy for immense rage issues. But yeah. How are you guys doing?
I'm great.
She's alive.
Oh god. Shut up, push this.
Wow.
After all that went on, Dejargo has a I
She's gonna
don't
be-
give a care attitude.
She's gonna be peeved, isn't she?
Probably. I'm just glad Drogos is gone.
You just see her start to
just
like
gotta-
have tears well up in her eyes that she cannot say anything. She's just kind of like sputtering, trying to figure out what to say.
I'm just kind of quiet. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, no.
Wait. Can I bonk Dejargo with the Jeffrey
like-
poster? So
You're alive. You're alive. What?
Yeah.
Dormisi had a question.
What was your question?
can I bonk Dejargo with the Jeffrey poster so it does 1 damage to him?
I mean,
'Cause I currently have it.
technically that wouldn't qualify as actually trying to destroy the poster to do that damage, but
Well,
you can
what
definitely
if
roll it up like a
bends
newspaper. And...
against his head. What if it bends because I hit him in the head? That's technically damaging it.
Sure.
Oh my.
What
What is the
Alright,
point of
So
this? I'm
you just
confused.
have a newspaper to bat people with that does 1 damage if you want.
Exactly. Exactly.
That'd be an awesome way if someone was on 1 HP just to finish him off.
Finish him!
Please have
Finish
us
him.
finish the
Boop.
dark
It
this
traps
way.
the souls
Pull
of
out the
those it
Apex
kills in the
finisher.
poster. So yeah, Kite, you take out this poster of a well-dressed like blonde man in a black and white suit, and you roll it up and just bonk Dejargo on the head with it. Your poster from
Oh, what was that for?
You know why.
I'm only saying what needs to be said.
I mean, you could be considerate of the other people's feelings, you know.
Oh, so tell lies and never tell the truth. Okay.
What? That's not what I said.
Hit him
I
again,
mean,
hit him
that
again.
was- okay, I'm hitting him again.
As he hits you, Dejargo, you feel not just the hit of the paper, but also like a magical blast that kind of reverberates through your muscles and causes you just a little bit of pain, and you're just like, ow, that really stings.
What is that thing made of?
Bapping material. Now. Alright, what were we doing before I sidetracked everything?
Vera was freaking out because I'm alive.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, so she just kind of looks at you. Her face is kind of like going from scared to hopeful to disappointed to scared again, and she just doesn't know what to say. She's just kind of like, how?
Obviously, she doesn't know what to feel either.
How?
If
What's
you're wanting to
happening?
know if Malthius is coming back, no. I'm sorry.
That's just cruel. Okay. I don't
Alright,
want
do
to
I have the
know.
BAP air trio?
I don't want. I don't want to know. Okay. So, what are you doing now? What's happening?
We're
Here in
about to
hell?
go to Foxo's place to pick up some supplies.
Okay.
Do you wish to come along? Perhaps it'd be good for you to get out of here after all this time.
She kind of looks at Eritrea. No. I think I'll stay here for now. I'd like to catch up with Drogo's a little more, and maybe I'll talk with you guys when you get back.
So you're
Sorry.
going on Dragos' mission as well?
I don't know if he's going on his mission yet. She kind of looks at Barrack. Well, I'll see you guys later. I'm sorry. It's just like going through it all over again every time. I'm sorry. And then she turns and walks away. With the
Was it
snake
something I
still on her
said?
shoulder.
Was it something I said?
Look, I don't want to. I don't want to live the rest of my life feeling guilty because I somehow made it back and Malthius didn't. I didn't control it, really. I guess I had a hand in it, but it was either get eaten by some sort of monster or touch the crystal. So the
Maybe
choice that I
Malthius
made.
got etten by that monster after you touched the crystal.
Oh,
maybe
I'm
keep
glad
your voice
Saphira's
down
gone.
a little bit.
Oh.
it's maybe what you need.
Maybe we can continue this conversation on the road outside of here.
Very well.
I don't know why tensions are so high right now. Does everyone need another drink? Oh, I got the waters for Drogo, and he's gone again. Of course.
I think you need to go do your 30-minute.
Yeah, well, 37 and a half, but yes. Would
my
anyone like these
apologies.
waters? I have
That was
two.
37 hours and a half ago.
Did I ever get my pup cup for Al-Anon?
Yeah, yes, it finally arrived after a little bit, but at around the same time as that was happening, Drogo's is bursting in the door, so the waitress kind of put it down, and then just like, oh, back it away.
Monka-esque.
And Charlie is on the other side of the bar. He's just like, I'll put it on your tab. And with that, what would you guys like to do?
Well, I guess I start trying to squeeze out of the table. Do I have to roll to do that?
Roll,
Nope,
roll,
it's
roll.
just comically
Aw.
entertaining as you hear like small pebbles that you didn't manage to shove back into your bag, along with a bunch of sand and the beers and the basically everything that was on the table just kind of shift and not fall over. People grabbing their drinks to make sure they don't fall, and you basically just cause a large as you're knocking the table with your large belly. You get a couple looks from other patrons of the tavern, but the half-orc...
Hey,
in
when
the
you get a
corner-
big as me, then you can start saying something.
But the half-orc, Harvey the haggling half-orc, does not look up. He's just kind of still staring into his ale dejectedly.
See, that guy knows what it is.
The whole time Jargo tries to get up, Sake's just laughing his butt off.
So, I'll hold the fort down at the base and figure out what exactly is happening with all of my base members. Apparently we're losing people to the cosmic bathroom, and I should talk to Fernando and Meh, see if they're up for using their insider knowledge, because as far as I know, I think we might still be able to get away with Fernando or his clone infiltrating the magistrate and, you know, being able to feed us information. We'll see how that works out. And I'm sure there are other things I could update you about, but you shouldn't be long, right? You're just going to go, you know, talk to Pip and get some flowers picked, right? Shouldn't be long.
Yeah.
Give us about a week or 2.
It's
don't think
D&D.
it'll take two. But you never know. Something could happen.
Well, I'll see you when you get back. Good luck, laddies, and don't let the magistrate bite. He salutes to you and then starts walking off in the direction that Saphira and Jorgos went off in.
I think the DM, this is Malthius as well.
Nope, just brain fart. Can't remember my own character's name versus his father. And with that, the 4 of you are left alone once again in this tavern with a few more people paying you attention now that there's been like 4 people that walked into the tavern, talked to you for a bit, and then left. Shermy, you're making some crackly noises.
Crackly, crackly.
Who is?
You were making
Release
some...
the crackle.
Mahal.
What'd you say, Denise?
I said it was the alcohol.
Ah, yes. Extra bubbly. What would you guys like to do?
I
You
think we're
stand?
trying to go to.
I guess we're starting on the journey, I assume, right?
Yep, alright. So, you make your way towards the hub of the magistrate, assuming that you have all the gear and you've talked to everyone you wish to on your way. And when you make it to the door, you see that the door where you can like drag your finger along the magical tree and choose your destination, it's still in shattered pieces on the floor. But the
It
doorway is open. Shermy, your mic is like freaking out and going
Oh yeah.
It sounds like a volcanic eruption. It's kind of terrifying.
Don't eat the mic socket.
Oh.
Oh, Rob.
And you guys are standing in the main hub of the resistance base. People are still walking by, fewer than usual, but you know, people still walking by carrying large pieces of metal, welding tools, rivets, crystals, doing their thing. And there are 2 guards just kind of standing, each with a spear, standing there in light armor at the entrance to the base. They're like,
You 2 are doing a good job. Keep up the good work.
well, thanks, dude. Got promoted from my carrying duties. Now I just get to stand here all day and be bored as heck. It's real fun.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah, but I'm high out of my mind, so I don't even care.
I turn to my friends and I say, I worry for the future of this land.
So, Should we take the secret entrance that Eritrea took to get in here? I feel like that's our only exit.
I think
mean,
it is our only exit.
It kind of is the main entrance to the base. That's kind of the main entrance that you know of. It just goes everywhere. That's where Eritrea came in from.
Was she the one that broke it?
No.
Drogo said.
Yeah.
Oh.
When he did the big angry entrance.
Mm-hmm.
The big angry.
Kind of messed things up just a tad bit. So the gateway stands open.
Do we have a map? That's the real question. Do we know where we're going? What
No,
would Kite know?
You do not. Malthus had a map, which Saphira now has, but you guys do not. Unless
Alright,
you...
Fantasy
I know how
Walmart
to get
time.
to his own house.
Fantasy Walmart. Okay, do you want to go to Fantasy Walmart?
Fantasy
to buy a map.
Walmart.
What'd you say?
Fantasy Walmart.
Dude,
I
people's
said
phone
yes
calls.
because I want to buy a map.
Okie dokie. So, Kite goes, hold up, guys! We should probably get a map before we go. And turns around to go to Fantasy Walmart.
Oh wait,
Would you
I'm
three of you
broke.
like to
Hold
follow?
on.
Uh-oh. Do I need to
Yeah,
spot you?
Eritrea, you got any like ghost money on you?
Considering that the majority of my stuff was taken from me
Yeah,
when I was
unfortunately.
arrested.
Yeah, most
No.
of it.
So is that a yes?
Oh boy. Technically,
Right, so-
Malthus and Saphira still owe Eritrea 206 gold.
I don't think we
They did.
should worry about that.
So, you know, your husband's dead? Well, he still owes me.
Yikes.
You know, that debt carries over to you, so.
Yeah, you sound like the loan shark now.
How much money does you have?
Does
How much is
how
one
much money
map?
do any of us have?
I
Do I
left all
have
my
any money from, like, working and stuff, or did I use it all to buy everything that I needed?
I'd say you probably have some gold left over, especially since you're a rogue. Do you steal things? Are you that kind of person, or what? I don't know actually what, like your alignment is.
She definitely steals stuff, but I think it's like more she's kind of Robin Hood in the sense that like she doesn't steal from like people who need things, but
Mhm.
she had the opportunity to like steal from the magistrate. Obviously, she did it.
Mhm.
So
Alright, so I'd say you probably
her
have
mindset.
maybe 10 gold left over from buying
Alright.
your other random supplies.
Yeah.
Hey, how much is a map in this?
You'll find
In
out.
this broken economy.
It is 725 gold.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, would you guys like to walk over to Fantasy Walmart? Or stand here talking about who has money and who doesn't?
Fantasy Walmart, I suppose.
Kite, or Sake and Dejargo, are you coming or are you staying at the entrance?
I'm going to start walking down the entrance just to see if I can find it myself.
Alright, guess we're
Okay.
catching up.
Well,
Guess we're splitting up the crew after all.
Wait, you're all walking?
Oh no! Oh no!
why are you like this?
Oh no.
I was playing nice and I wasn't gonna do it, but have fun.
Well,
Okay,
This is what happens when we ask EJ.
so Dejargo starts walking down the tunnel. Who else is going down the tunnel and who else is not? Or is everyone going
I've
down
never
the
been to
tunnel?
Fantasy Walmart, so I'm gonna go there for the first time ever.
I thought you have. I could be
I
wrong.
might have, but
I think you went to
don't
DiGiorno's and got a pizza with Barrick at one point. I don't know if you specifically went into the Walmart. I don't know. Anyway, so you want to go to Fantasy Walmart?
yeah.
Okay. And Kite and Eritrea?
yeah.
Okie dokie. So, Dejargo, you start walking down the hallway, and your friends kind of
And then
go,
you die.
"Hey, what?" And they turn around and start heading to Fantasy Walmart. Do you just keep on going, or do you want to?
Yep.
Okay. So Dejargo's going, and the other three, you guys turn around and head towards Fantasy Walmart, where you know and love. You've been there multiple times before. And as you turn around the corner and get to where the Fantasy Walmart is, you hear the the familiar jingle, but it sounds a bit more somber than usual. Fantasy Walmart, where all your dreams come true. God, we had a deal for you.
Man,
And
that's
as you walk
depressing.
in, you see that many of the shelves are kind of empty. Like, usually it's filled to the brim with all kinds of different magical enchantments and different weapons and items that you could buy. But at this point, it seems like more than half of them are gone, and what remains is kind of the shoddy old stuff. And as you look around the place, you see that common folk are taking stuff off and like bringing it down into the back room, moving it from side to side. And in the back of the Fantasy Walmart, standing in the middle of the aisle, is a well-dressed man with a black and white suit and blonde hair, just kind of standing there, shaking his head sadly, and looking dejected with his life. You recognize him as the man on your poster, Denise. It is the item maker. And I think that's probably a good place to
Jeffrey!
end it for the session, just because that's a good cliffhanger.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
I want to know what's gonna happen to Jarko. Maybe he just
Yeah.
doesn't get far and we catch up.
Well, it is a broken magical labyrinth that adjusts itself to every place in the realm
It'll
at
be
this point.
fine. I'll have
It might end
Alanon
up
snip him
somewhere
out.
crazy.
Yikes.
But yeah,
Boy.
that is a session for the day.
Nice.
Can't wait for next time. Hopefully next week and not next 2 weeks from now. Any thoughts?
Yes.
Questions? Concerns?
We're
Customers?
back together. Kind of.
Almost. Thanks a lot for nothing, Ray.
You're welcome.
It's very true.
Chaotic
I
energy.
had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are welcome to
do
split
it
the
for
party,
the
keep the party
memes.
together. It's whatever. I just I think it like is more engaging when you can all be in the scene instead of like being
Switching back
separated.
and
So
forth.
you have to wait like 30 minutes for your turn again. But that's just from a gameplay perspective. As long as everyone's having fun, I don't care what happens. It's great. So yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna organize my notes for next time, because having to go up and down and up and down and up and down, not good. Made me very
I
sad.
couldn't
Not a
imagine.
vibe.
Thank you all for watching the stream. It was great. Sorry I missed all the chat. I didn't get to read any of it, but thank you,
It was
friends, for
mainly Reese.
yeah. Oh, you guys are so funny. I'm dying. Oh, yay. There's a lot of rees, yeah. Anything else anyone want to say or questions, reminders, lore stuff? I don't know.
I don't have anything.
Drink your water, kids.
Oh yeah,
Hydrate or
those
dihydrate?
waters that Barrack put on the table got immediately spilled when DeSharko knocked on the table.
Don't be like Barrick.
Yep. So I guess
the
we're
Jargo.
gonna end the stream, and we can keep talking if you want.
Okay.
Bye guys. God bless. Have a good
Bye-bye.